Hey everyone, welcome back. We're making some Mexican food today. This is chicken enchilada bake. Real easy to put together, lots of fun ingredients, so let's grab them right now. Of course, first up is our chicken. I got a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. If you got leftover chicken, grab it. We also need some tortillas. 10 tortillas, those are the small 6-inch kind. We're going to need some diced onions, orange, yellow peppers, whatever you got really. A cup of Mexican blend cheese, chopped cilantro, and about a quarter cup. Enchilada sauce. We're going to need 1 or 2 nicely diced chopped jalapenos, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of chili powder, some green chilies, and maybe a couple other spices we might throw in there too. Alright, let's tackle this chicken. We'll put it aside, get our cutting board out, and let's plop her onto the cutting board. We're going to take all the skin off. So we're going to have ourselves a nice naked chicken like that. I've got another bowl to put the chicken pieces in, and when we're done, I pretty well got most of that chicken in there. That's 4 to 5 cups of chicken. That'll be what we're going to use for our stuffing. Into our frying pan, a little bit of cooking spray or oil, a little bit of butter if you want. In goes our peppers. In goes our onions. We're going to cook them down until they're just about where we want to be, kind of soft. Then we're going to put in our jalapeno, a little bit of chili powder, about a teaspoon, a little bit of oregano, same thing, half teaspoon, our cumin, which is supposed to be a teaspoon. I find it super strong, so I'm only putting a half in. And then our quarter cup of cilantro, well, not really. About half of that we're going to throw in. And of course the cilantro is optional. You don't have to put it in. We'll just cook that down until the cilantro is all nice and mixed in. Everything's nice and soft. Looks good. In goes our chicken. Looks like I need a bigger pan. But I think we're done. It's all nice and combined. Plus it's going in the oven, so. Over to our counter, our chicken, our pan that we're going to put them in. I've already sprayed it. Here's our first tortilla. Now they have been sitting in my cupboard a little long, so they're not super fresh and squishy. I didn't realize that when I started. So the idea is fold the sides, start at the one end, and just ever so gently roll it over, seam side down, and into the pan. Okay, that looks a little rough. I got about halfway through and realized that, maybe I should have put them in the microwave for 10 seconds just to loosen them up. So towards the end I started doing that. The first few, as you can see, are just a little, well, they're not as soft as I would have liked them. But you know what? They're all going in the oven. They're going to get gushy anyway. Let's just carry on. Once we get to our 10th, we've pretty well used all the stuffing. I think I could have fit a couple more in there. I think I had enough stuffing for 12. Because there's a good chunk in here. So we just do the same as the first one. You roll it up gentle and you put it into the pan. See, that's a lot better than the first one. Seam side down. And I've got 10, and if you look, all 10 managed to fit in the pan. We're good to go. Oh, but we're not ready to put this in the oven yet. Oh, no. All right, I've opened up the can of enchilada sauce. Now, you're supposed to cover everything as best you can. I ran out of juice, and it hadn't quite covered everything. I think if I was going to do it again, I would have just grabbed 2 cans of enchilada sauce. That way it's nice and covered. I wouldn't have to be skimpy with everything. Not that it didn't work out, it did. And you'll see at the end, there was no juice left over in the bottom. Here's our green chilies. Little small can. Crack them open, and we're just going to spread them all over our soon-to-be enchiladas. Oh yeah, and I'm putting this out thinking, man, that's a lot. How strong is it going to be? No, it's fine. The taste was bang on. And here comes our cheese. Now, of course, whether you put a cup or a cup and a half or so is all up to you. However much you want to put on. That's 1 cup. And that looks good. And the last of our cilantro goes on top. Try to get it as even as we can. And I think that's it. Let's get this baby in the oven. 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. This has been sitting for 10 minutes. I pulled it out of the oven. I was right in the middle of cleaning up. But there you go. That looks pretty cool to me. Let's see if we can carefully get a couple out, because it is still warm. You know, the one good thing about tin foil is it cools off to the touch if it's not close to hot things. So I wouldn't want to touch the bottom of this, but the sides are just fine. So we pull out 2. Look at that. There's no juice in the bottom. See what I mean? Get them onto a plate. And hey, this is looking good. Now, I think that was pretty simple, don't you? There you have it. Chicken enchilada bake. Something easy and different when you got a hankering for Mexican food. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below.